We back. Con. Con, we back. The spirit. Alright, Con. Alright, so we was going into self-examination and how to be a better you in this truth. Right? And this go for Jake in the world too. Because you might have some Jakes that's really sincere, but they don't know what the truth is. Right? For Jakes in the world, right, or you that you might not know you an Israelite, these tips apply for you. Because it's, the law is perfect, man. And it literally gets nations in order. It teaches you how to be a man in this truth, right? And it teaches you how to excel, how to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Shalom to all the mighty brothers, that's on the live and that's out there pushing this truth. All right, let me get 2 Corinthians 13 and 5 real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Right? It says, examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates. Right? So you got to prove yourself, man. You got to ask yourself certain questions. You got to see what's getting you out the spirit, what's getting you slothful. All right? Do I hang around little John too much? Or do I hang down around little Kiki too much? Right? And if you got any questions on the live, bring them out right now. But yeah, you got to kind of check your spirit. Whether you play video games too much or whether you hanging around this person too much. Right? To be that better version of you and that better self of you through the spirit. Right? So the first tip we going to get is asking people to prove what they saying. Right? Because you got a lot of people in this thing. They like to talk a lot, right? They like to talk a lot. They don't like to back up what they saying with no history. And if you got history backing up what you're saying, okay, that's a little small portion of it, right? But if you just saying something out your mouth and you're not backing up what you saying, I can't kind of believe you, right? Because you could be a liar. All right, let me get that precept in the book of Acts, the 5th chapter. This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. All right. It says, then Peter and the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. Right. So we got to listen to what the Most High say and not what men say. Because men could be liars, Hey, even Jake in the world. Hey, you can't believe everything your homie tell you. Because, you don't know if he lying or not. Right. Your homie come back. He's saying, I just smashed this new girl down the street. Whole time he lying, he not proving what he's saying, right? So in this truth, also you gotta ask brothers. You gotta be like, hey, you gotta prove what you saying, bro. I can't believe you, cause you could be lying to me through the spirit. Khan, what's going on, Elijah? Khan, the brother brought out a mighty precept, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. Let's get that through the spirit. What's going on, bro? Hey, if you got any questions, right, about life or how to be, any questions in general, I'm going to answer it out the Bible, right, through the spirit. Because everything is written, everything that's found in life is written in this book. You got any problems in life, you don't know how to handle it, hey, comment it down, and we going to figure out the solution. Thus said the Lord. But let me get that quick precept in the book of Acts. In 1 Thessalonians, Slovakia. God. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. It says, prove all things, hold fast to that which is good, right? So you gotta literally prove all things. Literally. Hey, if you're not speaking according to these scriptures, hey, I can't believe you. Right? And that goes for anybody. If you just talking out your mouth, right? And you could be a damn liar. You could be saying anything. I can't believe you. Right? Let me get a what's that? Romans 3:3 real quick. What's going on to all the brothers that's watching this? Hey, you got any questions? Right, now is the time to ask them. Any questions? I don't care what it is. I'm going to answer it, Lord willing. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 4. It says, I'm going to start at 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall our unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Let God be true and every man a liar. Right? So every man, if you're not speaking according to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you will be found a liar. Right? Like an example I brought out. Hey, your homie could be like, hey, I just smashed this girl. Right? And you kind of looking at him like, is you lying or are you telling the truth? You don't really know because he might not have proof. He might have said, hey, she didn't want me to record it. Right? She didn't want me to record it. And you kind of think in the back of your head like, this Negro lying. Right? That's why you gotta prove what you saying, man. That's just on a carnal level. Let me get a precept in the book of Psalms. Shalom to the mighty King OB, man. Right? Shalom. And if you got any questions, again, if you got any questions, now is the time to bring them out. Any questions about life? Any questions about, man, anything? Lord willing, I'll be able to answer them. Shalom. Alright. This the book of Psalms, chapter 116. And 11. Let's see what David said. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 116, verse 11. It says, I said in my haste, all men are liars. Right? So King David, he said every man is a liar. Right? If you're not speaking, thus said the Lord in these scriptures, you will be a liar. Right? So that's one tip right there. When somebody asks, if any man asks you something, tell them to prove it. Because you'll be surprised how many people lying behind closed doors. Right? Another tip, going into separating yourselves and hanging around people that's like-minded. Right? Let me get a precept on that real quick. Because in life, you're gonna learn this the hard way. Not everybody on the same page as you, or they not on the same mindset as you. Right? So if they not on the same mindset as you, you gotta kind of separate yourself from them. Right? Or you gonna, hey, all hell gonna be breaking loose. All right, let me get a precept on that. This the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3. It said, Salakia. Yeah, this is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed, right? Can two walk together except they be agreed, right? That's why you got to be on the same page as the person you hanging around, right? For example, if I put a poor man in front of 7 millionaires, and that poor man gonna turn into a millionaire just by who he hanging with, right? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, you got any questions? Right, bring them out right now. Any questions? Right. Let me get another precept around watching who you hang around, because that's very important. What's going on? All right. Let me go to the book of Sirach, the 37th chapter. Sirach, the 37th chapter. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37 verse 12, it says, but be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, right? So you got to surround yourself with people that's on the same mind as you, that's on the same mindset as you, right? Because if you got a man over here, right, he don't got nothing going on for his life. He's smoking weed every day. He hanging down the block with Lil Kiki, right? He trying to tee up all the time, right? And you this person, you got good things going for yourself, right? Shalom, what's going on, Coop? Right? And you got this person right here, he trying to better himself in life, right? Hey, it's gonna be all hell breaking loose. Cause this brother right here, all he wanna do is smoke weed, he wanna tee up, right? And you want better for yourself. You want answers. You wondering why we getting shot and killed in the streets, right? And nobody holding themselves guilty. Right? So you gotta separate yourself and you gotta hang yourself with like-minded people in this thing. Right? Hey, if brothers got any questions, right, now is the time to bring them out. Alright? So like, yeah, this is the book Sirach chapter 37 verse 12. It says, and thy sorrow with thee, if thou shalt miscarry, right? So the point is, right, you got to hang yourself with like-minded people. Hey, everything in life is in these scriptures. It tells you how to be a man, right? It tells you how to get your household in order, right? It's a lot of things. Generational wealth, right? It lets you know who your enemy is, right? Who your friends is. Hey, everything is in this book right here. Right, brothers got, like I said, brothers got any questions, hey, bring them out. Right now is the time to bring them out. All right, let me get another precept in the book of 2 Corinthians. You know. All right, this the book of 2 Corinthians. Chapter 6, verse 14, it reads, Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness, right? Now on a physical level, you would never see the sun right beside the moon on a physical level, right? Meaning you would never see somebody that's contrary to the next person. Like the example I brought up, the damn Negro, right? The damn nigga. He always want to smoke weed. He always want to tee up, right? He always looking for eaves compared to a brother, Brothers trying to play football. They head on, right? They not trying to get caught up in the madness. And you got to separate from that brother. You got to literally tell that brother, hey, get the hell away from me. Right? Because you're going to stop me from being on my path and on my journey. Right? And every brother, right, that's watching this, your ultimate journey shall be the kingdom. Right? Because this world eventually is going to pass away. Everything that's in this world is vanity. Right? You got the women. You got the harlots looking at you. You got you got brothers killing each other over money. Right? You got the so-called white man being a damn devil he is. Hey, it's bad, man. But the point is, hey, you wanna surround yourself with people that's on the same page as you. Right? The next tip I want to get is John 3:3. Through the Spirit. Book of John. Chapter 3, verse 3. God. It's the book of John, chapter 3, verse 3. It says, Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Right? So it said, except a man be born again, he cannot enter into the kingdom. Now that's not literally talking about getting your mother's womb, right, and get pushed out a second time. You got to literally wash out everything you was taught in this world, in this society, and you got to put it in with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. right? Because everything you was taught in America was a lie. You was taught that Christ is a so-called white man according to the Bible, right? You was taught, and you was taught that God loves everybody, right? When He doesn't. Hey, Christ looks just like us, dark-skinned people, right? If you watching this live, so hey, Esau is the biggest hypocrite and liar of all time. Don't America say in God we trust, but yeah, you got homosexuals walking around here, filling on little kids, right? Grown men touching on little boys, right? So everything you was taught in America is a lie. Man, hey, if brothers got things they was taught in America, they could bring them out, right? Man, there's so many things. I'm trying to think on what else we was taught in America. Yeah, it's some wild stuff. I heard this one saying, they were saying it was this white person, this white Edomite, older. He was telling his son, he was like, hey, why black people were so dark? Because that's a curse that God put on them. Yeah, Khan. Esau would tell you that the earth, the world is 65 billion years old. Hold on, the world is not even that old. So everything this man has taught you is a lie, and we gotta wash that out. There's no actual place called hell, and that's going into proving all things, right? If somebody asks you something, you gotta be like, prove it. I can't just believe you. Hey, you might be lying to me. You might be a liar through the Spirit, right? So, man, what's going on, class? Right? So if brothers wondering on this live, right? Yes, I'm a changed man through the Spirit, right? I was predestined to magnify the name of the Lord. So, yeah, I'm not that old Jalen. I'm not him no more. Yeah, Khan. They say that God loves everybody. Let me get a quick precept out the Bible that shows God doesn't love everybody. He only loves the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let me get quick Psalms 5:5, the classic, through the Spirit. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 5. It says, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Right? So the Lord, He hates every man that's committed sin. The Lord hates that. The Lord hates you. It just said the Lord hates all workers of iniquity. Christians, they'll try to say, well, God only hates the sin. He don't hate the sinners. No, God literally hates the sinners. He just said that. It's another precept. You can link that up in the book of Sirach. Let me get it real quick. The 12th chapter, the 6th verse. Real quick. Yeah, but that God loves everybody mess, man. Hey, somebody got to show me where in the Bible where it says God loves everybody. I need to know. The book of Sirach, the 12th chapter. Real quick. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 6. It says, for the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. So it just said right there that the Lord hates sinners. The Lord don't love everybody. He only loves you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites according to the Bible. Real quick cuts. But yeah, for more tips, we're gonna kind of dive into it. Cause health is a big part of your diet. They tell you that in the book of Sirach, the 33rd chapter, I believe. We're going to get some health tips real quick. Let's go to Leviticus 11:7. Brothers already know about the dietary law, but for the people that don't know, Hey, the Lord gave us foods that we should be eating and we should not be eating. And on a physical level, hey, these foods is not good at all, right? Shrimp, crab, and lobster. It may be good. It may taste good, right? But it's not good for your body on a carnal low level. But on a spiritual level, you're not supposed to eat these things because it's a commandment. It was commanded not to. But on a lower level, for the people who might not know, the Lord gave us certain foods we can and cannot eat. But just the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse, I'm going to start at 7. It says, "And the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you." Right? So the swine is pork, is pig, right? Bacon, pepperoni, sausage, right? Meat lovers, pizza. Hey, those, you might used to like those things, right? I used to eat those things, right? But when on a spiritual level, when I found out, hey, we can't eat these things, hey, I had to stop. But on a carnal low level, hey, pork gives you high blood pressure. It's not good for the body. Pigs eat anything. I seen a damn pig eat a damn rat before and some fish bones. And pigs eat other pigs. They don't give a damn, right? So it says the pig is unclean unto you. It says, you say, shrimp is like roaches, but shrimp is in the water, but roaches on land. Yeah, right? Hey, a shrimp, hey, they basically that's literally like you eating a roach. You picking up a roach and you eating it. That's how a shrimp is, but they just in the water. Shrimp eat feces, man. But the so-called white man, he not gonna tell you this, right? He gonna keep you in sin, right? He wants you to die because he hates you. Straight like that. The so-called white man, he don't love you. And this theory where, well, it's some good white people out there. No, it's not. I guarantee you, hey, they got that demon in them. All you gotta do is just pull it out. But back to the point what the brother made, shrimp, you eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. And Eve out there, they like to get that damn mukbang, and go crazy. But according to the Bible, you can't do that, right? And on the physical level, it's not good for the body. But let me get this. The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 9. It says, "These shall ye eat of all that in the waters," right? So the Lord is giving us things that we should eat. It says, "Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat." Right? So whatever things got fins and scales, you should eat, like salmon, right? Bass. What's another fish? You can eat tilapia, right? No catfish, right? It gotta have fins and scales. No mushrooms, right? And this is the ultimate diet, right? Make sure you drink water. Make sure you keep your body healthy, right? Let me look for that precept in the book of Sirach, the 33rd chapter, I believe. Because you got to be careful what you eat. And Esau, who is the so-called white man, he said, Salakia, real quick, he says, "How often you have these segments, bro?" I'm not sure what you're trying to ask. You or rephrase that or break it down a little bit more. How often do you have these segments? Or how often do you do I do this? Going live? I'm not understanding your question. Con. Right. Having this conversations, bro. Well, right here, this is the first time I'm doing it on camera, on live. But we do have a YouTube channel, but these conversations, having these conversations about the Bible, I had these conversations all the time, but it really started, I say, this summer. This summer, I woke up. I've been woke, but it really kind of hit me in the summertime, right? Let me get a precept on that. I had woke up to the truth. I knew I was an Israelite, right? I knew we came over here on slave ships, and that's out the Bible, right? So it was things that required of me. I started keeping the commandments, fearing the Lord, right? And then start meditating on the scriptures. Let me get a precept on that. Because, brothers might be watching this. Mostly brothers that's watching this, they probably not in the truth. I didn't used to always do this. I didn't used to always be like this. He said, start doing it more often, bro. I respect it. Come on. Let me get a precept. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 2. It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night, right? So it's commanded that you got to meditate upon these scriptures, right? Because this is the way to live. Hey, this is the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I've never been to college a day of my life, right? I haven't even graduated high school yet. But yet I got the real knowledge and wisdom, understanding how to live. Thus said the Lord. Right? So, come on. Brothers got any more questions, they could bring them out through the Spirit. I don't care if you curious about anything, I'm going to try to link it up with a precept out the scriptures. What's going on, Scott? Right? Let me link that up with another precept in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. What's going on? It says, be strong, Salakia. It says, this is the book of the law that shall not depart out of thy mouth, right? But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Right? So you got to constantly meditate on the laws and commandments. That's the only way you're going to prosper, right, in this society. You're not going to prosper by rapping, or you might prosper by rapping, but on a carnal low level, you're not going to prosper by going to Esau's top colleges. You're not going to prosper by going to Yale University, Harvard University, right? Only way you're going to prosper in this society is by keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, and about thinking about this all the time, right? Now, in the world, brothers' minds used to be different, right? Some brothers used to think about what pair of shoes I'm going to get, that's all they thinking about. On another level, you got brothers, they thinking about, man, I can't wait to get with this shawty. She on your mind 24/7. Brothers know what I'm talking about. But when you come into this truth and you become a new man, hey, like me, all my mind is focused on is these scriptures, right? Hey, and brothers already know, man. They know how that feel when all you thinking about is that woman. You can't get her out your head, right? You trying to get her out your head, but she just keep coming back to your head, right? Hey, let me get a precept on that. I'm telling you, everything is in the Bible. Literally, everything. Let me go to the book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 8. Because a woman, now you could have a wife, yes. You could have multiple wives at that, right? You could have wives and multiple wives. But on a low level, and you want to make sure you get that right woman, right? You don't want to get a harlot. She in every man's face, right? What's that saying they in the world? They say she doing the whole team. And you don't want to get that girl. You want to get a girl that know how to cook, a woman that know how to cook, right? She listens to her husband. She discreets, right? She cover up her body. She don't got her damn breasts hanging out, right? With them damn booty shorts. No, you want to get a woman, right? That's She know how to cook, right? Salakia says, facts, bro. I got taught about the Bible growing up, bro. I definitely feel you and hear you. Yeah? But this is not Christianity, though. I'm not a Christian. I'm an Israelite. But, let me get a quick precept. Real quick. This some real, hey, you're not going to hear this in the top colleges. This is real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This the book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 8. It says, turn thine eye away from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For withal love is kindled as a fire. Right? So you might see that, man, you might see a woman, you at the grocery store, and she kind of looking at you, and she look good, right? She kind of give you them eyes, right? You kind of, what should I do? Should I go talk to her? Right? You kind of look, should I go talk to this woman? And you got to kind of look away, right? Because although she may look good on the outside, and the inside, she might be a devil, right? And the inside, she might be a harlot, right? She might be cheating. She might looking hot. She just wanna get with you for one night. And you can't look at them type of females, man, right? Next thing you know, you getting all trapped up, right? You getting caught into her snares. Because females, they like to play games, right? They like to play games. Let me get that in the book of Ecclesiastes 7-8. No, I'm an Israelite. Well, the original Christians were Israelites, but have you ever heard of God's chosen people in the Bible? That's what we are. Right? Let me get that precept though in the book of Ecclesiastes. Because women like to play games. Literally. Next thing you know, that you falling in love, you fall into her trance, you like, man, she just looks so good though. Right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. 7 verse 26, Salakia. It says, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is a snares and nets and her bands as bands, right? Because the woman like to play mind game. Not all women. I'm talking about. If you, this doesn't apply to the woman. That's, the woman that's respecting herself. This applying to the woman out there that they don't know what's going on, right? Because they like to try to play mind games. That's why it's talking about hearts and bands and snares, right? She said, would you let her pin me? But it says, and her band in her hands is bands. Whosoever pleases God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken from her. Right? So you can't look at the beauty of a woman because and that on the outward appearance, it's not gonna be enough. Salakia, real quick. Alright, bet. We back. Let me get that in the book of Proverbs, the 30th chapter. So, hey, when you looking for a woman or you get that girlfriend, hey, make sure you kind of prove her at first. Right? Make sure you kind of prove her. Don't be so fast to just get with her because she look good. Right? Because that wouldn't be wise at the end of the day. But this the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 30. It says, favor is deceit and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. So the Lord, he don't care about how good you look. Because like I said, you could look good. You could look good all you want. But you don't know how to clean. You don't know how to cook. You talking back, right? You always want something. You're not bringing nothing to the table. You always want your man to buy you things, right? But you out here being a thought and a harlot. No, that's why men, and we got to show ourselves as men, right? It starts with the man. If I could talk to all the brothers in the world, I would tell them, hey, watch out for the woman. Make sure you get the right woman, brother. Don't be doing this with the woman. Don't be doing that, brother. Because once we carry ourselves at a higher state, right, then the woman not going to have no power at all. Because the woman, she likes to tend to weaker men, right? Men that don't got authority, Men that just they'll do anything, right? That's what a woman like to go after. And then us as men, we gotta carry ourselves at a higher level, right? Let me bring that out in the book of Isaiah, the 46th chapter. So yes, bro, and literally everything is in the Bible. That's why I said, hey, anybody got any questions, bring them out right now. Lord willing, I'll be able to answer them according to the Bible. Any questions you got about life, right? Anything, man. Proverbs 31:3. Don't give your strength to that which is the way of kings, like the brother brought up. A precept I was gonna get Isaiah. Well, we could bring that out real quick. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 3. It says, give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways which is doing kings, right? So you can't give your strength to the woman, right? Because you get your strength to the woman, next thing you know, you in love, right? You buying her things. You spending your next check, that's you gotta pay you gotta use that for the rent. Next thing you know, you getting her stuff. And she not doing nothing to help you. She don't really care. All she care about is getting the next Gucci purse, or that Calvin Klein or that Louis, right? So you can't give your strength to women, right? When you, not necessarily pride, but when you dealing with a woman, and you a king, man, you gotta say, oh yeah, you gotta keep yourself in that king mindset, right? Because the woman was ultimately made for you, right? Not the other way around. They tell you that in the book of 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. Yeah, Jake going broke, try to please the woman. It happens, right? But you got to learn from your mistakes and never do it again. But let me bring that on the book of 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 1. I'm going to start at 3. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of the Christ is God, right? So it goes God, Christ, man, then woman, not woman, then man. It says, every man praying or prophesying with his head, having his head uncovered, dishonor of his head, right? I'm going to jump down to verse 8. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was man created for the woman, but the woman for the man, right? So the man wasn't created for the woman at all. The woman was created for the man, right? Woman is created for us. So once you know that the woman is created for us, then you're like, okay, the woman is created. Hey, I'm going to stop chasing after that harlot, man, right? She got to chase after me, right? You got to have yourself in that mindset. Right? So no going broke, no spending. No, we're not doing that. 2021, through the Spirit, we're not giving our strength to women as men. Right? Because, a lot of brothers that deal with, a lot of brothers in this world and in the truth, they like women. I mean, it's normal. You're not gay, so you're going to like women. Right? But it's a certain way you got to kind of deal with the women. You can't. Hey, woman, you got to make, like I said, you got to make sure you're dealing with the right woman, right? Make sure she's the right one for you. So, no going broke. No going broke for the woman. Nah, we can't do that. No going broke. So we're going to go into the next tip, how to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the Spirit. All right. Let's go to the book. Let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 28. On down. The last verse. Because like I said, you don't have to go to Harvard University, right? Like I said, for me, I haven't even graduated high school yet. And all praises to the Most High that I know the real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? You don't have to go to Harvard University, man. You don't have to go to Yale, right? You don't have to go to LSU University to 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 actually know something. Every answer in the life is in this book, right? It's the book of Job, chapter 28, verse 28. And it says, unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. And apart from evil, that is understanding. Right? So the fear of the Lord is how you going to get wisdom. Right? You fearing the Lord is, okay, you seeing the Most High, and he not playing no games. Right? On a physical level, right? For all you brothers on here might have children. Right? If you tell your child to do something and they don't do it, they say, no, I'm not doing that. I don't have to listen to you. They obviously don't fear you, right? But if you're that father, right, that has discipline and discipline your children and they fear you, and you tell them, hey, go clean up your room, and they on it like that, they're not saying nothing back, right? That's how we is to the Father, the Heavenly Father, right? We gotta fear him and keep his commandments, because that's wisdom, right? It says, and to depart from evil, that's understanding, right? So to depart from evil, meaning, you got brothers down the street, say they smoking weed, they having a good time, right? They having their guns out. Hey, that's evil. Hey, you want to see, like, your brother, he call you up, he like, hey, you trying to come down and chill with us? Hey, if you a man of understanding, you would be like, nah, I can't do that. That's understanding. That's departing from evil, man. Right? And that wouldn't be wise in the first place. Let me get another precept on that in the book of Proverbs, the first chapter. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Right? Right? Shalom to the mighty Aqua. Right? On fire in this thing. Right, being keepers at home and teaching the young women how to be discreet and shamefaced. Right? But, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? So the beginning of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, hey, you're going to get that by fearing the Lord and keeping his commandments. Right? So, that's another precept I wanted. We could go to Psalms. We could go to the book of Psalms 111. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. Right? And real quick, hey, if you got any questions, right, now is the time to bring them out. Lord willing, I answer them. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. Right? So the fear of the Lord, hey, we study hearing what's the fear of the Lord. What's the fear of the Lord? Hey, that's to keep his commandments. Right? And that's how you're going to get wisdom. You might watch videos, so, hey, that brother bringing out a lot of precepts, right? Or brothers breaking down videos, on Genesis, the second chapter. They kind of diving into the honey, right? The wine and the meats. Hey, the reason why they can understand those things, right, is because they keeping the commandments. It just literally showed you. Only way you're going to get a good understanding is if you keep the commandments. Yeah, that's the spirit, right? Proverbs 9 and 10, that's what I was looking for. Let's get it. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Right? So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. Over and over, we're going to keep bringing that out through the Spirit. And if any brothers on this live, right? On this live, they going through something, hey, feel free to hit me up, right? Through the spirit, hey, I'm my brother's keeper, right? Brothers going through anything, they need answers. They don't know why this happening to them. All hell breaking loose. Your wife might leave you. You can't seem to find out why is this just happening to me. Hey, feel free to comment down, right? Or if you don't feel like commenting down, hey, hit my line, man. Hit me up on Instagram, DM me. And through the spirit, right? Through the precepts, we're going to get the understanding, right? Let me get that real quick. In the book of Psalms 119. Right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 114, 104. Salakia. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. Right? So through the precepts, right? As it say in the book of Isaiah, the 28th chapter, and 9 on down. Right? That's the only way you're going to get understanding. Going precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, right? Going into the Isaiah and linking it up with Songs of Solomon. Right? That's how you're going to get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord. Right? But Khan, let me get that quick precept in the book of Sirach, the first chapter. Through the Spirit. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 26. It says, if thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give her unto thee. Right? So wisdom is personified as a woman. And if you want to get wisdom, and you got to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? It's more than just the 10 commandments. You got over 613 commandments we got to keep to the best of our ability. Right? But if thou desires wisdom, you got to keep the commandments. It says, for the fear, verse 27, for the fear of the Lord is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. So, hey, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? That's how you're going to get the understanding. Alright, so, what's some more tips we can go over? Alright, if brothers got tips, bring them out. Also, if brothers got questions, hey, feel free to bring them out. Sisters got questions through the spirit, we gonna touch on everything, right? We kind of touched on certain things. Brothers got points, bring them out through the spirit. What's going on, brother? You're just going off the spirit right now. Right. God. Let me think of another tip. We went over Let me get another precept. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 37. I'm going to start at 26. It says, he is merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. Right? So, hey, we got to depart from evil, right? Meaning, hey, you got to separate from them people that's, working iniquity. We already brought out in Sirach, this 12th chapter, the 6th verse, that God hates sinners, right? The Lord hates sinners in Psalms 5 and 5 too, right? Just to link that up, right? So you got to depart from evil, man. Depart from evil, right? And also that go into, brothers being like-minded in this thing, right? surrounding yourself with like-minded brothers, right? Shalom to all the mighty brothers, the mighty kings out there, right? That's pushing this truth, right? So, hey, we steady going over, depart from evil, do good, keep my commandments, get wisdom, get knowledge, get understanding, get everlasting life, right? Hey, these is, the little tips, the quick tips, right? Like the brother Robert Allah be bringing out. The brother brought out Ephesians 5 and 11. Let's get it. Through the Spirit. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 11. Right? It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Right? Don't have, man, that's a great precept. Let me bring it out again. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 11. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Right? Meaning, hey, don't be around brothers that's unfruitful in this thing. Right? Because eventually, the Lord is going to take out their roots. Because the fruit is not, that tree is not bringing forth fruit. Right? So the Lord going to pluck that tree up, and he going to replace that with a new tree. Right? And that tree might bring forth fruit, right? So you gotta actually reprove them, brothers, right? If you're the only one in this truth, right, you got a lot of evildoers around you, and you gotta damn near rebuke them, man, with these scriptures. All right, let me get a precept on that in the book of Proverbs, the 27th chapter. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 5. It says, open rebuke is better than secret love, right? So you see a brother, even in the truth, you see a brother going off, and you got to rebuke them openly, man, right? Or you're going to be secretly angry, right? Shalom, right, to all the mighty brothers out here. What's going on, Aaron? Right? Right? Brothers got any questions, bring them out through the Spirit. Right? It says, say, open rebuke is better than secret love. I'm trying to look, man, what's that precept? Brothers can help me out. It say, it is better to reprove than to be angry secretly. I think that's Sirach, the 20th chapter. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. It's Sirach, the 20th chapter. You gotta kind of get on brothers, and don't be a respect of persons in this thing, right? You gotta have this mindset where I don't give a damn how you feel, brother. I gotta keep you from out of sin. I gotta be my brother's keeper, right? I can't let you smoke that blunt, brother. I gotta rebuke you, right? I can't let you be a homosexual, right? I can't let you go mess with that harlot, brother. I can't let you eat that pork sandwich, right? Khan brought out that Proverbs 27 and 5. Let me see. Sirach, the 20th chapter. Khan. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20, verse 2. It is much better to reprove than to be angry secretly. And he that confesses his fault shall be reserved from hurt. Right? So if you see a brother finna sin or finna go off, and you got to rebuke that brother openly, man. Right? You can't give a damn if that's your uncle, right? You can't give a damn if that's your grandma. You gotta say, grandma, you can't do that according to the Bible, or you're gonna get destroyed. Right? Then to be angry secretly, right? Because next thing you know, you go into your room, now you're kind of mad. Like, man, I should have told them. All hell breaking loose just because you didn't reprove that. Right? So, Khan, Lord willing, I'll make a part 2. I just kind of going over some tips and then going through the Spirit. Lord willing, I'll make a part 2. Right? Lord willing, brothers was edified through the Spirit. Lord willing, I'll make a part 2. So with that, brothers got any questions, they bring them out. You know, brothers going through things, hit me up through the spirit. You know, we're going to go over the precepts and get the solution. Right? But with that, I'm going to give a strong shalom. Right, shalom.